Welcome back, I'm Roller Coaster, and today we're going to be talking about the coasters that were made by Roller Coaster Corporation of America. They were headquartered in Atlanta and never made a coaster at Six Flags Over Georgia, so let's get started. The Rattler at Six Flags Fiesta Texas was the tallest wooden coaster when it opened. A lot of people don't seem to, they didn't really know that, apparently. It has the largest drop on a wooden coaster, the tallest height, taller than Mean Streak, larger drop than Mean Streak, but originally it wasn't going to be the largest drop, but they just had to break that record, but they in '94 they decreased the drop height, and as you can see in this picture, it doesn't look like it goes all the way down to the ground. That's because it was going way too fast and it was way too rough up that turnaround. So yeah, that's how that worked. And the layout was pretty terrible. It was just the two drops, as you can see there. The drop after the first drop was just a twisting drop, and it was a lot bigger than the first one actually after the reprofiling. And then it did that huge helix that took a minute to go through. It was very slow, very boring, no airtime. Like there's like hills inside of a helix. It was pretty terrible. This coaster probably didn't have any airtime at all. But after the helix, you went into that drop, as you can see there. We had a tunnel, and then you just kind of meandered around until you made it at the station. So it was a pretty terrible ride. So good thing it got RMC'd here, right? Low quality of it. But yeah, there you go. Now here we got White Canyon at Yomiuri Land in Japan. They worked with Togo for this ride, RCCA, and this was the largest cyclone style wooden coaster ever built. Very rough, boring ride. There's some point of views of it. Closed in 2013 though, so there you go. Yeah, pretty interesting coaster. Another pretty not. This one might be good. I've seen a point of view of it. It's one of the few wooden coasters down south, South America. It looks pretty alright. As you can see here, there seems to be a floater airtime. Now, I don't know if there is, though. If it's actually good airtime, but I don't know. I don't know why they had to build these gigantic coasters, RCCA. That's a pretty big wooden coaster. So, yeah, there you go. Not too long for its height and drop height, but yeah. Then we got Bandit at Movie Park Germany, which is apparently a terrible coaster. Yeah, they didn't make too many great coasters, now did they? But yeah, there's not too many pictures of this, but people have ridden it. It's interesting. And you all know about this one. This is Son of Beast. And let's have a serious conversation. This coaster sucked, alright? The only thing that was good about this was probably its height. Just look at that. It's freaking 214-foot drop. That's crazy. And it had a loop in it. That's the only two reasons why people like this coaster, probably. So what happened was, it started off where it was the first, well, let's see here, tallest of all time, fastest of all time, still would be the fastest by 5 miles per hour, beating out Lightning Rod and the Rattler. And after many incidents, not like major incidents, but like minor injuries caused by just how rough it was and everything, they changed the trains, and the new trains were lighter, so it, made it a little smoother. And the trains wouldn't always make it around the loop, apparently, so they removed the loop, which is pretty terrible. Then in 2009, that's right, no. Okay, well, the first major incident on this was where it was in that huge Rose Bowl, so like inside that like turnaround on top, they had a huge helix, not as big as the huge helix on the right there, but they had a huge helix where the train stopped out of nowhere because of a huge fracture in the track. So the wood stopped, and like 20 people had minor injuries to their legs and knees. So yeah, that's why they. Obviously they had to do it. Yeah, it was kind of a mess, this coaster. And then in 2009, a woman burst a blood vessel in her brain because of how rough this thing was, and it was demolished 3 years later. And there's some nice videos of it getting demolished. So that's Son of Beast. All right. I know I didn't screw up. I did my research, so there you go. Magnus Colossus has stopped operating as of last year, and it was a pretty cool terrain coaster, but it had a really, really weird layout. I don't know why, but this company never really liked airtime hills. Like, Son of Beast didn't have any airtime. The drop was cool, but yeah, this one also has a lot of drops, and it was pretty interesting looking. It looks pretty cool from this picture, but it's just a weird coaster. It's still standing. It could probably operate, but it wasn't the greatest. Right? It's probably pretty rough too. And then the last coaster they ever made was Coaster Express at Park Warner Madrid. and it's another not very good, weird, huge helixy ride. Pretty long too. This one's still operating, but that's all we've heard of RCCA. We don't even know if they're still operating. But anyway, that should pretty much cover up the main wooden coaster companies. If there's any that you guys think I've missed, I can do some more of those. And next time we're gonna start off. Well, the next coaster list, we're gonna start listing some seal coasters. And I thought we could start off with the inner, because I don't want to do those boring corkscrew models. I want to do the Aero custom loopers. So like, Tennessee Tornado, that kind of thing. Anyway, that was the video. Hope y'all enjoyed. I talked a lot about Son of Beast, and that was it. Yeah, alright. See you guys next time.